it's very nice to just go out there and do tourism in your own island. There's a lot of places and it's beautiful. I love Puerto Rico. I cannot live anywhere else.
Hey, my name is AK y aquí nos encontramos con Daniel el Travieso. You could say maybe like Naughty Danny. You just got your diamond button on YouTube, which means that you got over 10 million subscribers. So from LATV to you, round of applause.
Thank you.
So you said this started as a hobby. So I'm kind of curious, like, did you consider this, what did you want your career to be, you know? Because I feel like this kind of took over and luckily you get to live off of it. But since it wasn't the original plan, you know, what was like that original?
Yeah, I was studying finance. I was actually, yep. I was working on an insurance company already, like for about 8 years. I started very young working. So I just started working there, and one day I was like bored, and I said like, hey, I'm gonna start filming myself and just having fun with it, and it worked amazingly. It's based on inspiration. My inspiration is my family. So as soon as I started like analyzing my family in a way and just seeing that they're very funny, very unique, I was like, I should definitely create characters based on them and see and express the experiences that we've lived, and just to see how the world reacts and see if the world can relate. And definitely the world related, and my crazy family, it turns out that a lot of people have crazy families too.
You're like, you're crazy, but I love you. You know, that's the energy we get.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy, but there's love.
Does it ever get overwhelming? I just think about this. You're playing, let's say maybe up to 3 characters in one of these episodes, right? Like you're kind of like thinking of like how they all come together.
Yeah, actually, I've done a lot of episodes, which is the 9 characters in the same episode.
Wow.
So it's a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time, it's fun to see when I edit the content. It's fun to see it all come together, and you can actually see the conversation for the first time when you edit it. Because when I'm acting, I'm just alone acting as one character, and then I change to the other one, and I continue doing that for like 9 times. And
wow.
people that may be seeing the filming behind the camera would be very confused, but once I get to editing it and seeing the product, it's something amazing.
So out of curiosity, which one is your favorite character to portray?
I think my favorite character is Papa Travieso, the father. It's just exactly the same as my father. So I love doing that because I know that he knows that it's him. It's so him that my niece, she's like 2 years old, and every time she watches an episode and that character comes up, she goes like, abuelo, abuelo, abuelo. She goes like, grandpa, grandpa. So that's how much he looks like it. So I love doing that character because it's so real.
I wanted to talk a little bit about, maybe you can, we're going to represent Puerto Rico a little bit.
Yes.
The comedy industry, what does it look like over there? Because one interesting thing I learned was that stand-up comedy can be very central to like here, LA, right? That's not necessarily the vibe in other places. So what does comedy look like over there?
Comedy in Puerto Rico, it's very unique and very different. When it comes to stand-up, it's very cultural. Most of the stand-up comedians are obviously attacking jokes that are only known in Puerto Rico and people will identify in Puerto Rico. But that's a kind of like, it's like a family. Everybody knows each other within the industry. It's very small. We're only 3 million people, and of that 3 million people, there's only so much that are in the industry. So it's something very nice, very very cool.
So you're from San Juan?
Yes, I am from San Juan, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Is there maybe a difference of what like the scene looks like in San Juan versus the rest of the island?
Well, San Juan is a metropolitan area. The rest of the island is very bien de campo, and it's a lot of vegetation. It's more like beaches, and it's not that much the entertainment business. It's not out there. It's mainly here in San Juan, and everything that has to do with the metropolitan area. The rest is very vacation-y like, and it's very nice to just go out there and do tourism in your own island. There's a lot of places, and it's beautiful. I love Puerto Rico. I cannot live anywhere else.
Wow. Well, thank you, Danny, for being here with us today. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you and maybe upcoming projects? You kind of talked a little bit about it.
Yes.
That you kind of want to like just push out there.
Yes, so everybody can find me in every platform as Daniel El Travieso, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, I'm everywhere. If you want to laugh, if you want to meet the family, you should definitely go, especially to YouTube. I have also music, so Daniel El Travieso Música, you can also search for that. And there's a lot of projects coming up. I have a concert, I have a movie, I have different stuff. I have another thing that is very secret, I can't say, but it has to do with a huge platform. So I'm very happy for that, and I'm very excited to have a collaboration and just matching up to great brands together to create something new. So that's gonna be coming up, and no se lo pierdan, Daniel El Travieso.